I love it when we're on the right track about things. Now, how long was I covering the possibility of a stock market bubble, a stock market crash, right? We read article after article from countless so-called experts, right? This is what they do for a living. So what just occurred was nothing new to anybody who's been on the channel for a long time, especially not to anybody who's been in the members only sections. Just I love it when we're right. So you have that going on. At the same time, we were also right on everything going on in Japan, which leads us to this first article. By the way, we have some XRP news today, Bitcoin news, Chainlink news, and I believe some Cardano and gold, of course, to end off the video. But leads us here. Listen, Japan in the future should be a very important aspect to the domination or the possible domination of XRP around the world. You got Ripple heavy there. I just covered this last week. See how everything is coming to fruition? Everything's starting to add up. You got Ripple going heavy there. I reported on that, I believe, last week. We have SBI going hard there. We went deep with that also. Now, this article is titled, "Is XRP Price Slump Connected to Japan's Banking Crisis?" Haven't I been talking about the financial turmoil that's been going on in Japan? Yes. See, if you follow the entirety of the financial system, you can see the holes everywhere. I was talking about how you're seeing this in Japan. You're seeing this in China. You're seeing this in the US. And no doubt about it, you've seen the harsh economic circumstances in Europe, right? Which their banking system is absolutely terrible. This is why you had all this talk about change in monetary policy, etc. You're going to see one after another these large economies having these particular problems. But here's where it gets good. See, I take this article and I reverse. It's actually the reverse, in my humble opinion. Now, XRP's rise. So let's talk about that. The rise of XRP, I believe, or will be tied to not only Japan's financial problems, because listen, the new financial system is but one mechanism, but it's a significant mechanism. It's a significant layer to everything that they're going to build that will become what we know as the new financial system. So their failings are our victories, possibly, right? No guarantees, of course, but their challenges become our victories. This is what it says here. Let's go here. Read a little tidbit here. So specifically, the banking sector in Japan has been faced with challenges from around mid-July, when the Bank of Japan decided to carry out interventions in the Forex market as a measure to stem the falling yen. This is not the first time they've done that. We talked about something like that. They flooded their system with value. This was about maybe a year or two ago. No, I think about 2 years ago. They've been having problems for quite some time. Now, what does that tell us? That means they haven't solved the problem yet, and it's the same recurring problem, and they haven't found a new solution. What are the solutions? You have to have new mechanisms. You have to have change in order to solve these problems. Well, what is one major mechanism of these changes that are to come? One major mechanism is the new financial system. It's that simple. It says, notably, the FX rate was tethering near 162 yen / US dollar. And the bank's intervention was important to prevent it from slipping below that level. So then it's artificial. It's artificial. It's a bubble. It's not real. Where have we seen that before? Right. It's kind of close to home. They're propping everything up because the system is burning to the ground. It's all illusory. It's the same thing with how the experts talked about the stock market bubble. And what's funny? I saw a lot of comments, not just on my channel, but all over the place. Underneath the article, sometimes you have the comment sections, and people were consistently saying the stock market isn't going anywhere but up. You tell me you haven't seen that. I know you have. What's happening now? This is why I'm saying you have to listen to your own intuition before anyone else. So now those who saw, something coming, and that's another thing. The recession, it's not a recession. We're in a depression. We've been in a depression. I've said this for a long time. That's also why it's good to not back down off of your stances. You may be correct. Everyone else may be wrong, but they're going to lean you towards their way, even though they may be wrong. Not saying you can't be wrong. You might be wrong, but heck, we can live with it if we take a loss. But I'm going to live with it also if I get that victory. But we've been saying it for a while. It's not a recession. We've been in a technical recession for a long time. Things been bad for a long time. So it's not like people couldn't see this coming. If, if you're stripping away the illusion and bias, you can see this. So then you have that going on now. So now everyone's like, we're in a recession, a deep recession. Those who knew protected themselves against this a long time ago, protected their value against this a long time ago, saw this coming from a mile away. That's why good research goes a long way. The intervention included going after lightweight hedge funds by trading against them. The currency slipped to approximately 157.5 yen / per dollar recently. The Bank of Japan deployed similar measures against heavyweight speculators, resulting in severe liquidations as they resorted to selling their positions. Overall, this impacted the asset managers as brokers began selling massively, giving that top allies of Ripple Labs and by extension XRP, like SBI Holdings, Mitsubishi UFJ, and others have established businesses in Japan. They have had to take the hit. Yeah, but here's the other thing. All of these things are like a fever. We're going through the fever right now, globally, in a lot of different ways. It's not just the financial sector. Look at humanity as a whole as going through a fever. But we're working on cures. We're working on remedies. The fever will pass. The hard times will pass. The storm will pass and the sun will shine again. These things are not permanent unless we want them to be. They're not permanent. We're going to get out of this. We're going to make it out of this. Things will go back up. Who knows? And listen, the catalysts for Bitcoin and the crypto market are still there. They remain. They remain. The conditions haven't changed. It's just people are having that realization of certain things going on right now. Realization it has its shock effect in its immediacy, but it will calm down and things will start to come back, I believe. This is my humble opinion, not financial advice. I could be wrong, but I don't believe I am. The conditions haven't changed. People have had harsh economic circumstance for a long time. It's been a recession for a long time. The jobs market has been trashed for a long time. Didn't I tell you that? I told you it's fraudulent. It's fake. They're putting job postings up. People can't get jobs. They have bachelor's degrees. They have master's degrees. A little research is going to prove me right. I'm telling you. I'm telling you what I'm seeing, what people are saying. They're on camera showing. They're on camera calling jobs and things, and recruiters have come out. It's actually interesting. I've seen a lot of those recruiters get sort of silenced. I don't see their videos anymore. But like established recruiters who've been doing this for a long time were coming out and talking about what was really going on in the jobs market. And that's how we know a lot of this information, where they're taking people through the interview process, but not hiring. They're only doing internal hires, or they're just making ghost job postings and running people through the interview process to make it look like the company is doing well. Now, there's something else I could add onto that as to why they may be doing that. But I'm going to play it on the safe side today, and I think you can figure that out. Why would companies do that? What incentive do they have to make themselves look better than what they're actually doing beyond the superficial? Just think about that for a minute. So Japan, remember, SBI came out recently talking about how they want their clients. Who's their clients? They want their clients to make, they're trying to find ways for the clients to make more money off of XRP. That's not going to stop. That's not going to stop. Here's the other good part. The cash pile on the side is still there. Man, listen, I get the negatives. I get what people are saying. I get the pessimism. I'm looking at it. I see it, but I believe it's a setup. It's leading to something bigger. It makes the people that much more hungry to find somewhere to make a profit. It makes the people that much more jumpy when they see a price going up. Let's say crypto market pops off at some point in the next few months. All that money that came out of certain other markets, where's it going to go? It can go into crypto because people want to make a quick buck. And crypto can do that better than anything else. Number one, it'll go into gold and commodities also. People want to protect that value. So you may see circulation coming from commodities into crypto, out of crypto as they liquidate back into commodities. We've seen that before. So look for gold price to go up and down, up and down, up and down, depending on how many big players are actually going to be doing that. Of course, they could keep that cash on the side if they really wanted to stay super liquid. Although gold right now is great in my humble opinion. But there could be that also, more capital moving into money market funds. We shall see. But look for that. There was something else I wanted to say. Crypto, commodities. There was another thing I want to talk about. I can't remember it. My apologies, folks. All right. So then they talk about the selling off of positions. Yeah. So anyway, so wrapping this little article up, as Japan begins to remedy this situation, if one of the mechanisms they use to boost up, repair, advance their financial system is going to be the XRPL, and it looks like it might be. Ripple's heavy there. SBI is heavy there. Then when Japan rises once again, and it will, XRP will rise. All of these places, they're not going down without a fight. They're just letting the faults of the system be exposed. So that way later on, when they say, hey, we have to do this, we have to institute this new mechanism, it will be very difficult for the people to deny it, that there is flaw, because the people have suffered at the hands of the flaw. You understand what I'm saying? I probably could put that in a better way, but that's the best way I can think of right now. So now let's move on here. So in my humble opinion, XRP remains super bullish in my humble opinion. There's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be, negative catalysts. Like I said, we saw this coming from a mile away. It's nothing new to us. This article here is, okay, let's get this Bitcoin article out of the way. It's titled, Why Bitcoin Could Benefit as a Potential Recession Looms. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. I'm glad they put this article in here. So that's the other thing that could benefit Bitcoin. I forget about Bitcoin. I don't look at Bitcoin as a store of value, so it slips my mind. For me, Bitcoin's a moneymaker, and I'm not married to it either at all. Like, I may make money off of it for a long time, but I'm not married to it. I'll sell Bitcoin in a second as soon as it hit the numbers that I need for it to hit. Right, just being completely honest. Whereas I'm more long term on the bank coins. Right, so with job numbers looking bleak, analysts now expect the Fed to start cutting interest rates fast. Why would you expect that? The Fed knew this was coming. Last year, Jerome Powell literally said some more people may need to lose their jobs. Unless those articles were lying, that's the only explanation. Either he knew and they know and they were prepared for this. So it doesn't play against their policy. It doesn't play against their minds, their mentalities as far as what was going to occur. They knew this was going to occur. Is either that they knew, or those article writers were lying and just writing quotes that were not really attributed to Jerome Powell. It's one of the two. But given the multitude that reported that statement and similar statements, they know that people are going to lose their jobs. That's the job market is going to take a hit. That's part of raising interest rates. Who doesn't know that? It says, which is good for Bitcoin's price. Let's scroll down here. Yeah, it definitely could be. Definitely could be. But like I said, keep in mind, super liquid money market funds. Keep that in mind. Gold as a super protective asset right now that might, at some point in the future, we're getting a lot of experts, not financial advice. We're getting a lot of experts calling for $3,000 gold. Keep that in mind. So they're in play. Bitcoin has some competition for sure. It says a series of disastrous economic results, which we saw coming, published on Friday, has onlookers believing the United States economy is quickly spiraling into recession nonsense. It was always doing terribly. It's just that people listen to the mainstream. The mainstream tells them everything's okay, and they just say everything's okay. They just agree. That's the problem. They pulled the people allowed the wool to be pulled over their eyes, while real researchers and economists we were warning everyone. Hey, listen, things aren't going well. We've been reporting on this data. We just don't get traction. We don't get that traction like everyone else, But anyway, it says, but while the news initially coincided with a dip in the price of crypto assets, analysts say that a weaker U.S. dollar could ultimately benefit Bitcoin over the long term. Yes, I agree with that. The stock market tumbled Friday following the poor reports, with Bitcoin and other major cryptocurrencies following suit. Bitcoin's price briefly jumped to $65,400, but then fell sharply, dipping to about $62,350 as of this writing. Also, I think it's going to play huge into those companies that wanted to get in. They're probably going to buy more as Bitcoin has gone down, some more delicious price. So that also may be a factor. Remember that a lot of the selling that has been going on, and there was more selling right before this news dropped. So it was double whammy. That's going to end. Like I said, the storm is going to pass. The sun will shine again. In my humble opinion, says nearly all of the top 100 cryptocurrencies are down on the day, excluding dollar peg stablecoins, which I don't care about whatsoever. If I can't make money off of it, I'm not really concerned with it at all. I'm here to make money. I'm here to take some money off these companies, some of these banks. That's what I'm here for. It says, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, I also just want the trophy. I just want the trophy of having that accomplishment. I'm going to be honest with you. It says, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the nation's unemployment rate rose to 4.3%. You don't say. In July, up from 4.1% in June. Meanwhile, non-farm payroll employment rose by a meager 114,000 jobs, well under the 175,000 new jobs expected by economists, as polled by Reuters. The underwhelming reports pushed some market analysts and observers to declare that the long theorized recession may finally be taking root in the United States. Oh, my word. Quote, the recession has arrived. It's a depression. It's a depression. Look at everything that's going on. Look at the M2 money supply. Man, I tell you, man, sometimes it's frustrating being in this world. I feel like there's so much illusion used to control people. I do. And there's a lot of money behind the pushing of illusions. If people only knew. I just don't like it. I like truth because we move forward with truth and facts. We move forward. I like moving forward. It feels good. When you move forward, you get better, more intelligent, stronger, better, more wise. You see new things when you move forward. You don't see new things when you're stuck in the mud. Illusion keeps you stuck in the mud, tells you everything's okay when it's not. So this was tweeted by a financial commentator and noted Bitcoin critic Peter Schiff on Friday. The recession has arrived. Inflation will soon spike. What I talk about happens every single time people start believing the Fed is going to take their foot off the gas, or if the Fed actually does so. Now, it's not me just saying that off the top of my mind. This is what I've read from experts. We went over these articles. We all learned together. We're developing this wisdom together. They better. We're already in stagflation. They better hope inflation does not spike again. But I think that a lot of this is being allowed right now. Certain things information is being allowed to come out. Certain things are going to be allowed to occur because there's events that are coming up. Yeah, so they don't have to hide it. It's beneficial to not hide it. Sometimes they feel distractions are good. The tech-heavy NASDAQ took a hard hit, falling nearly 2.5% as of this writing, with S&P 500, Dow, both down nearly 2% each. Recessions are generally viewed unfavorably for stocks since they mean less income for businesses. But Bitcoin could break away from stock market shifts in such an environment. Yes, I believe that. I believe the time is coming. And it might be a shocker to a lot of people. I do. And just know when Bitcoin goes off, and we'll see how all of this works out. We continue to adjust here. So look at the positive catalysts, monitor those, monitor the waning of the negative catalysts. Then that'll tell us a lot about how soon the positive catalyst can become dominant, and then that price can go back up. Remember, Bitcoin goes back up, it explodes. Then all of the legit cryptos, I believe, will go up as well. That money can potentially come into the crypto market to play while other things are down, right? They don't have to be linked together. They don't have to be tied together. All right. So now let's move on here. Hope you're all doing fantastic on this Saturday, having a great Saturday. I really do. Should we do some more XRP news? Now we're getting a little long in the video, but I was having a good time talking about those topics, so I didn't make it to all of the various articles. Where's the chain link article? Okay, let's go to let's do a little chain link. I have 2 more XRP articles, but I want to keep the channel well diversified. This article here is titled Oracle Network Chain Link witnesses more recent development activity than any other ERC20 project. Chainlink is still looking super bullish. All right, let's scroll down here. I like Chainlink a lot. I really do. I think long term, they're one of the most bullish projects, and they're not talked about a lot at all, even though they have potent partnerships. The decentralized Oracle network Chainlink continues to lead all ERC20 projects in terms of recent development activity, according to the crypto analytics firm Santiment. Santiment notes that Chainlink registered 401.53 notable GitHub events in the past 30 days. Chainlink is serious business. Yeah, man, I can't wait for the crypto markets to explode. Santiment notes that it doesn't count routine updates and utilizes a, quote, better technology or better methodology to collect data for GitHub events based on a, quote, back-tested process. The analytics firm has previously said that the heavy development activity centered around a crypto project indicates developers believe in the protocol. If more is being built on it, then theoretically, that means more value can flow through it at some point in the future, right? This is where it should lead. No guarantees. I like to say that in different ways. I entertain myself quite often. Oh, man, I got to go outside today, put more soil down. Right? It's super hot out there today, but we're going to get the job done, folks. We're going to get the job done. I felt like we had finished up all the work outside last week, but then, I had word with someone and I was like, okay, I looked at it in a different way. We're going to go put some more soil down. We're going to do a little bit more work in the yard, on the lawn, and we're going to get that done. All right, so I'm going to be carrying some big old bags of soil while you're having a great old Saturday. You enjoying Saturday without Alphanine? I'm just messing with you. Anyway, let's continue on here. Development activity also suggests that the project is less likely to be what? I'm not even going to read that. How could I don't know why that would be mentioned with such a legit crypto. That's not necessary to say anything like that. It's something negative. Chainlink's been legit for a long time. They're working with Swift. You don't get more legit than that. I'll just leave it there. Link is trading at $12.32 at the time of writing. That blows my mind. I think about the future. I have my numbers in my head. I've never released my numbers where I think the highs of everything are going to go, except for Bitcoin and gold. That's it. But where I think Link can go is not near any $12 in the future. That is insane. It's at $12. That's just my humble opinion. Other people might think otherwise. So be it. To each his own. So now, let's see. We have Cardano. We're nearing that 25-minute mark. We have Cardano and gold left. Let's see if we can squeeze it in. We'll squeeze these in. Why not? We're going to do it for the people in the members only section. Members only section. I appreciate the members only section. I appreciate the requests, the comments. Thank you. This article is titled Cardano Founder Teases Hydra Release in 2 weeks. Do it, Mr. Hoskinson. Do it. It's time. Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, has teased the imminent release of Hydra, a layer 2 scaling solution via X. The announcement posted earlier today, August 2nd, reads, quote, "Are you ready for Hydra at Rare Evo?" unquote. It says, this precedes the upcoming Rare Evo blockchain and crypto conference scheduled to take place in 2 weeks from August 15th to the 17th, Las Vegas, Nevada. The event annually gathers innovators and investors from across the crypto industry. Let me read that again. There's just the announcement that he said, "Are you ready for Hydra at Rare Evo?" I wish people would say things a little bit more directly. I do. I'm a direct person. Just tell me exactly what you mean. You're going to release it there, or you're going to do a preview there? It says imminent has teased the imminent release. That means you don't know either. You don't know if they're going to release it that day, if they're going to preview it that day. I mean, like, what's going on? Just be direct with me. Tell me you're going to release it or not. I don't care about a preview. I know others do, but I don't care about a preview. I don't. It's either released or it's not. And if it's released, it might be game time. I will watch things very closely around that time. I'll just say that. I have no Cardano right now, but I'm not opposed to jumping in at the right time. I am not at all. So now we're going to end off here with a little bit of a GOLD gold news. Oh, man, all of this bad stuff that's been happening lately Makes it, you know what's crazy about gold? Gold thrives in a harsh environment. It makes gold that much more bullish, yeah, as people retreat to gold as a protective asset. This article is titled Wall Street Experts See Gold Gaining on Renewed Recession Fears. Told you. Main Street bullishness not far behind. Anybody knows that this could be big, yeah. But once again, just keep in mind, you got Bitcoin sitting there. People could go to Bitcoin at some point. I would think they'd go more towards gold or more money market, highly liquid money market funds. You know, so there's wiggle room there. OK. Gold enjoyed one of its strongest runs of the year this week as downbeat U.S. data and more dovish Fed combined to boost the yellow metal. And even Friday's flash crash did little to dampen precious metals traders' enthusiasm. You're not going to shake us. We know what's coming in the future. I don't think there's anything that could shake us right now. Not over here in the commodities sector. Not at all. Gold is bullish to me over the next 2-3 years. Silver is super bullish to me over the next 2-3 years. Platinum. I just like platinum. I just do. I like platinum. It's just fun for me. Spot gold kicked off the week trading only a couple of dollars below the $2,400 per ounce level, and the yellow metals price held steady between $2,375 and $2,400 before breaking definitively through resistance at 1 p.m. EDT on Tuesday as weaker than expected U.S. manufacturing data cemented traders' certainty. All right, let me scroll down. I just want to get to this here. I don't want to make this video too long because the algorithm it does not like certain video lengths for my channel. Remember, they deal with each channel differently, you know, and some are more algorithm control. Some have, there's literally a person on YouTube assigned to a channel sometimes to, you know, to evaluate the channel and do other things. So each channel is handled differently. So I want to keep this down here. But so pretty much they're bullish on it. You know, when negative things happen, people retreat to gold. Quote, gold has a real shot at breaking above its previous high as the U.S. economy weakens and the odds of a rate cut increase, unquote, Day said. This is from Andrea Day, president of Adrian Day. Did I say Andrian? Adrian Day, president of Adrian Day Asset Management. This person expects gold prices to push higher next week. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, everybody, let's get to the money.